Watch out, watch out. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And go down, go down. Hey, 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 hey. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And go down, go down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance? Why? Trouble. Watch out. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And go down. Hey, 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 hey. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And go down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance?
Ladies and gentlemen, Wonderful good afternoon, good morning for some, and good night for some, depending on the deck of woods that you are in. Well, I want to say, welcome again to another Mystic Sensation Live, right? Today's live, right, is going to bring some awareness, right? We'll be touching a wide range of topics, right? Particularly topical issues. We know that the Integrity Commission investigators, right, as it relates to addressing certain situations in terms of vulnerabilities within the Integrity Commission and how they are moving forward in terms of trying to strengthen the Integrity Commission. I asked Jamaica, right, for their understanding to understand the pressure that the Integrity Commission investigators are facing and the narrative out there to shape as if the Integrity Commission investigators are the enemies. Now, we know very well that, of course, it is Andrew Holness, right, who had shuttled in the Integrity Commission Act 2017 in law that was crafted by none other than the integrity boss, Mark Golding. And here it is now that the Integrity Commission investigators with limited resources, right, they are holding people responsible. We are not saying that, okay, there are times when you may have certain constraints in terms of how the Integrity Commission, right, may bring about a result as a result of the constraints that they have, all right? And these are things that we are saying, support the Integrity Commission, strengthen them so that, right, they can make sure that they are dealing with corruption effectively. Now, we know, as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party, kleptocratic government doesn't want to strengthen the Integrity Commission, and thus they are trying their endeavor best to suppress them, right? Trying their best to make them look bad. Now, but let me say this from the onset, and before I go into that, please allow me to meet and greet, right, my wonderful people in the chat, because my chat room is what speaks to me, and my chat room always interactive. So I have to first endorse my people before I get into today's lesson. Now, let us meet and greet. Of course, Dorothy Mackay, 1357, bless up yourself, Dorothy. Richard Reed, bless up yourself, Lavina Myers, and of course, our fan club, Falmouth Girl, bless up yourself. Always happy when Falmouth Girl and all of you are here. Always happy. Elga Fletcher, Beverly 975, right? Committed members never leave Mystic Sensation alone, right? Elaine Turner, right? Clark, right? We are talking about these are people who continue to follow Mystic and continue to strengthen Mystic Sensation. And let me just put out what Elaine is saying. And please do the do, right? Please hit the like button, right? And share, right? Ranchel, Elaine, Veronica Shaw, Morel King, bless up herself, Elaine Turner. All right, of course. It seems like I'm repeating some names, but I'm exciting and really, really much excited to get on with the show. Karine, all right, bless up herself, Del Raymond, Carol Allen, Abina Sarkadi, Carol Bali Bala, Abina Sarkadi, bless up herself, Rosalie Ricketts, bless up herself, right? And Venice Brooks, Abina Sarkadi, right? And we are getting all right. Born again, bless up herself, Clark 343, big up to Father Mystic, bless up Yellow Father Mystic. All right. At Leonie Denton, right? Leighton Brown, and the chat is just taking over. I don't think, trust me, it's gone. Get out of hand, people, so we can't go through. Right? Just get out of hand. But let me give an umbrella welcome to all those persons who are tuning in, who in the lobby, right? Mystic Sensation is saying, thanks to you all, right, to pass through again. Mystic Sensation. Bless up all ourselves. We have see Unique Ray, the last person who want to check in here. So Bless up yourself, Anne-Marie, McDonald, Leighton Brown, Beverly Stewart, right? Ira Ferguson. All right. Now, since we mentioned that, I think Melting Pot might join us later, or I don't know if Melting Pot sort of tired and might be, taking a time off, right? So, Melting Pot, anyway, there, right? When they tune in, yes, I know. Big up yourself, my brother. Bless up. All right. Now, having said that, my Jamaican people, we want to begin with, when you look on the Andrew Holness administration, right, in terms of the wickedness and the evil that Andrew Holness, right, is definitely carrying out on the people. Now we look on the $1.4 billion that being collected, right, where people in the United States and all over the diaspora and all over, people in Jamaica, right, sacrifice and gave the government $1.4 billion and only partially 2%, not even 2%, 1.8% had spent. And as we speak, people, right, are living under tarpaulin and looking up on the elements and peer promising about containers will be coming in and so forth and so forth. And it seems like the Jamaica Labour Party had already stolen that money. And so then it is just the PR in saying that, containers are coming in and all of those stories that we are here, some saying that containers are here, the Robert Montague, you name it, right? These are persons that currently are under the surveillance of the IC, the high level of criminality. What happened to the money, right? Where are those containers that's supposed to be here to actually aid some people, right? I mean, none of that we are seeing. But, enough of me. Let me give you some evidence of what we are talking about. This Jamaica Labour Party government, believe you me, enough is just simply enough, right? Now, I'm going to share a clip with you, and trust me, my heart moves when I see this. Jamaica, I want you to feel me on this energy. Feel me on this clip in terms of what I'm going to share. Look at the viciousness, right, as it relates to Andrew Holness administration. Have no love for us. Look at this. Let me share this, my Jamaican people. Look at this.
Hey, guys, I sure know people living in Jamaica, guys. Yeah, man, it's a man living under here, guys. Yeah, so I pass the coil and stop and say, Ella. I must say I'm hungry, guys. Yeah, so I'm saying if you carry back a food for him, so if you come back quick. Ella! Yeah. Oh, you there? How you walk going there? Guys, I don't even know which part you walk going there. What side? Top side? Over way. I don't know if you are coming there, man. So where do you tent mash up? The tent mash up? Yeah, guys, I mean, make him get that tent tattoo, guys. Not even can find no way if you go on there, so brother. Yeah, guys, this is the way. So where you going with? So me come back, feel something. So police it make some year come in our place, man.
You can't pull, man.
Yeah, my boss. So you're going down there?
You want to put up,
So how is everything?
Where?
You have food stuff under there?
No, I'm not food stuff under there.
So what you want? Guys, me have to dip on my knee and
where do you can't give one on?
Eh?
Can't give one to the you big somebody buy.
What's the me carry food for you? Yeah. Don't you tell me if you buy food and my case come back? Oh yes, you know, see you're hungry me for my case come back.
No, sir.
How would you pass and call to you, like,
Oh,
don't tell me right come and say you send me for my case carry back your food for you hungry.
You hear me hungry, but
for my case and come back for you hungry.
You the guy away.
Oh, you look like you don't really focus or you don't really consider what you say.
You go away.
Come here, go away, though.
You stay so long.
You see it though, you say me for me case and come back, me stay long though.
You will cut up with him and sit here for the bother.
So you say me stay long?
You're a good time apart.
But let me just stop that right and, just breathe a little. Because I'm telling you, this is really sad. Let me just really breathe a little with that. Because that, pulled tears from my eyes. And to know that I showed, thousands of Jamaicans are living in that similar manner. And Andrew Honest, where we in the diaspora, locally, sacrifice ourselves, right? And gave the government $1.4 billion to ease the pressure and burden of some of these people. And Andrew Honest sat on it. And if it wasn't for the Integrity Commission investigators, the Auditor General, we wouldn't have known anything, that the money has not spent. The very same Integrity Commission system that they want to eat. If it wasn't for the Integrity Commission, the Auditor General to go in and dig and, bring out the evidence, Andrew Honest would have sat on this money. He did not want to spend it, and even now he has not spent it. Even after the Auditor General exposed him, he decided that he's still not going to spend it, and he did not spend it. Even now, as we speak, he has not spent it. So he has no intention was to spend it, but to steal it. It is very similar thing as it relates to how the Integrity Commission found out that charity money was converted to his personal use. So there was two situations telling you who Andrew Honest is. Vicious, terrible, cruel, and of course criminal. Because a lot of people don't like when Mystic Sensation speak it that raw. But he's worse than criminal. Let me tell you something where I put Andrew Honest. Andrew Honest is not an ordinary criminal. So for this morning, for persons who say that Mystic Sensation is a little bit too raw, I am going to give you another thing to talk. Andrew Honest is not an ordinary criminal. Andrew Honest is an apex criminal. Apex criminal. Andrew Honest. So then, when I look at that, right, of course, we have to go in our articulation, right, and we have to bring out in terms of telling him one thing. When we see all of that and the wickedness, we have to send him a message. And this is the message that we are sending him. And we'll be always sending him this message until we see him out.
Yes, sir. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food, pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people bare. 6 months later, them still old, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them feel high rise, road still full of hope. House pocket to a fill, while the nation lose its soul. Hospital overflow, picnic can't get bed. School roof a leak, but you and Juliet well fed. and you claim you're unclean. Biggest actor in our politics we ever see. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. The people. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Level, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness and time to go. Farmer can't afford to plant, food price reach the sky. You're bringing the poverty while your own people cry. We born ya, we grow ya, we bleed for this land. But Andrew at the top won't extend the man. You talk about vision, you talk about plan. But 10 years later, we still can't understand. Corruption report land and nobody charge. The people pocket small, but the scandal them large. Roads crack up parish council, bro. Country suffocate, done and it just more. And when we raise the voice, you call we political. But the truth is the truth, and the truth is biblical. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. The people. Yes and no. We say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Boldness, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Boldness, our time to go. We know our no hype, we know our no speech. We want action, no, not the lies you preach. Hurricane victims still under tarpaulin. Prime Minister fly gone foreign. Your JLP cabinet full, but the people copy empty. Oh, you live so large when we live in so scanty. Not with fists, not with fire, but with voice them rising higher and higher. From every parish, every yard, every gate, Jamaica speaking, and I'm not too late. Oh, yes, time to go. Time to go. The people. Yes, we say no. 10 years and we can't take no more, you know, hear us. We are not on the door. Oh, yes, time to go. Time to go. From Kingston to Negril, the people say so. We tired, we hungry, we done with the show. Oh, yes, our time to go.
Yes, these are the messages that we talk about. Straight prison. No joke about it. Now, let me just stop from share that and get back to the live. And then all that we are getting is promising after promising. And my Jamaica, here it is, right? That all what they are doing, coming out with PR, right? PR on top of PR, which doesn't make any sense to me. Now look at this, coming out with another PR. Just how many months had gone as it relates to Hurricane Melissa? Partially 7 months and nothing. But here again, wrap up in parcel, right? And pretty ribbon, another promise on the scale. Listen to this, people. Unbelievable with the Jamaica Labour Party kleptocratic government.
The government is insisting work has started to build the foundations for the container homes to be given to Hurricane Melissa victims in Western Jamaica. The explanation came as the parliamentary opposition demanded an explanation about the delays facing the program. Details in this report.
A political war of words is unfolding over containerized homes for Jamaicans. At the center of the latest dispute, Jamaica is readying itself to house foreign nationals, courtesy of a third country national deportee deal with the USA, while many Jamaicans are still homeless or in damaged homes due to Melissa. On Monday, opposition spokesman on housing Professor Floyd Morris went on the offensive, demanding answers.
We want the citizens to get the assistance as soon as possible. It cannot be that the government is moving to provide support through overseas individuals, through the third country national situation, and providing accommodation for them. And our people out here cannot get assistance.
He says the government owes the Jamaican people an honest explanation for the continued delay in delivering the homes.
It is very scandalous that our citizens have been affected by this hurricane 9 months ago, and to date the government has not gone out and given the support in terms of those who had their houses totally destroyed, given support to them. And I am very appalled and disgusted by by this action.
But on Monday afternoon, the government responded. Cabinet Minister Robert Montague has responsibility for the initiative and says the construction and assembling phase of the containerized homes is underway. The work began last week. The government adds that in the coming weeks, they will start handing over the homes.
The project is ongoing and will be rolled out in phases because we are following the guidelines and the guardrails, governance guardrails that are set out in law. And as we try to strike that balance between the urgency of building out the units and abiding and observing our governance guide laws, we ask for patience and understanding. But we do have units in the country, in Western Jamaica. Bases are being built and more units are being shipped.
The government has indicated that close to 1,500 containerized units are in the island, with more scheduled to arrive this month. This should bring the total to 2,724.
No, stop from doing PR, right? People need to see them as a result of you speaking about them. So obviously, what we have been seeing and getting, right, is just PR, and nothing but PR while people are suffering. And I want to believe now that the suffering being meeting out to these people are nothing but deliberate, right? Seems that people are deliberately being punished by the Jamaica Labour Party government. Now, as it relates to what Robert Montague is saying, that government have to, adhere to policies and so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. Now, it goes to show you how hypocritical the government is. What are the things that they utilize as priority? Now, when they talk about the 110 school bus that they use emergency procurement for, right? And obviously that money will to Darrell Vars' pocket, and I would presume that Darrell Vars is one of the 15 members would have been under investigation, right? So we know that time to come, we will hear. So this goes to show you the high level of hypocrisy, right, as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party and how emergency procurement has been conveniently used, right, to suit their need. Now, you have an emergency situation, right, where emergency procurement, right, can be utilized. But they choose not to use emergency procurement when emergency procurement required for such event. And then where emergency procurement shouldn't apply, it apply as it relates to Darrell Vars, right? Darrell Vars. It's applied to Darrell Vars. And now Darrell Vars cannot explain, right, as it relates to the totality of the so-called 110 school buses, right? And that is under investigation. We're only speaking and highlighting the corruption. And by the way, Robert Montague, right, it is your government who control the bureaucracy. It is your government who control the bureaucracy. It is your government who has the majority. So then, if the government want to override any bureaucracy, and you always can easily do it. Just like how you speak lies as it relates to say, okay, all right, why many Jamaicans are not being assisted, right? Then, bureaucracy, because you want to bring in NARA. But let me tell you something. NARA get flopped. Remember, even Cliff Hughes warned you. Cliff Hughes told you that the NARA that you have spoken about to Jamaican people, that with NARA, you're going to be able to do this and do that and do this and do that. Guess what? Jamaican people are going to witness that now you have NARA. And guess what? Guess what, Anjo? Nothing is going to be achieved. So now you cannot go again and blame bureaucracy. You can't go again and blame bureaucracy because you have already blamed bureaucracy in saying that it is the reason for, you not committing to several things that you promised because of bureaucracy when you are the head of the bureaucracy. You are the head of the bureaucracy. You can move the bureaucracy with a pen. You are the head of the bureaucracy. But here it is that now time is catching up on you, and people now are seeing you for who you are. So we are going to show you that nothing is going to become of Nara, and guess what? You have nowhere to go in terms of bureaucracy. You cannot go back there. We are watching you. We are watching you. Now, let me say this as it relates to even the TCN situation, right? Where now you have gone to United States, right? For whatever ulterior motive you have, right? Where I am not going to change my perception in terms of your ulterior motive, in terms of wanting to use them in our system, right? To definitely create obstruction in our electoral process. I'm not going to stop from saying it. So by me continuously saying these things will prevent you, right? Because I am alerting, right, all members of parliament, alerting all of our councillors to look, be on the alert, because we are not going to allow Andrew Honest to steal another election. All right. So more and more people are coming out and we want to say thanks to them. Jamaica, let me say this to you. And we want people to share out the live, because you see today, I am going to go through one particular investigation to show you. But let me just explain this to you before I go to the next document. I am going to show you evidence. And I want you get the best accountant. Let me say this in terms of how confident as it relates to this investigation. I want to have the best accountant right now. Tune in and look at the investigation that I am going to display. I want the best investigator in Jamaica and anywhere. I also want some of the best lawyers to tune in terms of what I'm going to present today. And what I'm going to present today is going to show you that Andrew Honest is at the head of the corruption. And not only that he's at the head of the corruption, we are going to show you that Andrew Honest, there's no way, shape, or form, people, believe you me, he can get out of this. FID, let me say this. What I'm going to show. If FID try in 100 years, I am so confident that if FID try 100 years to save Andrew Honest, you cannot save Andrew Honest. Andrew Honest is banking on Donald Trump to win the November election so that Donald Trump administration can lend him some protection. Andrew Honest don't do bank on that. Because look now, it seems like Donald Trump could lose the November election. And thus, you understand, remove the firewall around you. We know that Donald Trump administration firewall is protecting you. Let me say that categorically clear. And they know it's true. They know it's true. But what I'm going to present, right, to the people of Jamaica today, there is no way. And the way I'm going to present it that the least amongst us is going to understand. But before I get into that particular investigation, let me set up the phone, because I know when I go through, right, people are going to tune in. All right, so let me set up everything. Now, Jamaica, I want you to listen. We are going to show that many people are pushing back on this TCN, and we are glad now that civil society is coming out. So let me just show you that evidence, because you know how Mystic Sensation work, right? We work based on evidence base, and if it is not evidence base, then we don't speak of that. Now let us share this. Here it is, Jamaica Council of Churches, and I am happy that Jamaica Council of Churches are really coming out, because we had expected for them to lend their voices, right, to the serious situation as it relates to the failure of governance, right? So here it is, Jamaica of churches slam TCN talks because the inconsistencies, they don't have their arguments straight. Calls for halt to negotiations, and rightly so. I do agree with them, right? Call for halt. Let me deal with this document because I am seeing that they're trying to corrupt this document already. Kingston, Jamaica, and the Jamaica Council of Churches is urging the government to halt negotiations and a proposed agreement with the United States to accept third country nationals, right, until the matter is subjected to rigorous, transparent, right? So to rigorous, transparent, and so forth. Here it is, to rigorous, transparent parliamentary debate and broad civic consultation. In a statement issued Monday, the council expressed deep distress over what it described as a total lack of transparency surrounding the TCN Memorandum of Understanding, right? Noting that when statecraft takes place behind closed door, it evades necessary ethical and democratic audit. Let me just stop share this, right? Because something's going on with this document, but I just wanted to see that and see the evidence of, you know, of that. Now Jamaica. All right. Hey. Jamaica, I am going to deal with some things as it relates to expose Andrew Holness. And I noticed that the Jamaica Labour Party now is on a campaign to burn down the Integrity Commission. And I want to ask one question, because today, as I was listening to, you know, the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee, I'm going to draw some reference to that. And I'm going to put out the investigation. And when I look, what saddened me, my Jamaican people, I want you to listen to me. What saddened me is, look, and I saw Dalrymple. Dalrymple, of all persons, Dalrymple is on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee and making strong comments to you. Mighty goodness. I just cannot understand as it relates to these bare-faced criminals. These bare-faced criminals. Andrew Holness is so shameless. But because you know what? You know why Andrew Holness is doing it? Because he knows that when the IC ready to throw out him docket, and Jamaica people see it, that's why I'm going to throw out somebody today. To make you understand, say, brace for what you are going to hear about Andrew Holness. You hear about Andrew Wheatley, about $160 million. Chuck, that's a pocket change. Jamaica, listen to me. That's a pocket change. That's a pocket change to Andrew Holness corruption. So then, wait Jamaica. Wait for it, because this is what I'm going to show you. You are going to see that it's just a pocket change when it comes to Andrew Holness' level of corruption. And that is one of the reasons why Andrew Holness want all of the corruptors around him, because, you know, them say shame the load, but it broke neck. So, you know, all of us in the boat, you understand, we are of the same accord. And so then, okay, I will not, you know, look to be embarrassed because all of us are doing the same thing. And the sort of persona there, Andrew Holness a billionaire. And you want to send a message now to the IC to say, hey, you can't stop us. You understand? How we run things, I mean him, bro, God. See you try to put down Dalrymple there, but me say, bro, God, you what now? I am going to put Dalrymple over you to provide oversight. Let me tell you something, Andrew Holness. You see, you and your corruption is just a matter of time. And people read into what you are saying by putting back Dalrymple there. Dalrymple know herself that she's a criminal. And the entire Jamaica know that Dalrymple is a criminal. But let me ask a question, because I see some people in the chat, you know. You understand? And I did not even comment. They say, all right, you know what? My life is coming up. You understand? We deal with them on my life. Me hear some people comment out, you know, 3/4 Jamaica don't trust the IC. Let me ask them this. Do you have that statistical data? Tell me. Tell Jamaica. Show the statistical data that you have where 3/4 of Jamaicans don't trust the IC. Well, let me tell you something. I am putting out this to you. That majority of Jamaicans, right? They are moving with the IC. Right? So there's nothing that Andrew Holness can cement from over Big Mama, Judas Davis, you understand, to try build to the fact that we are politically polarized. The people of Jamaica, they are losing trust in you by the minute, not by the day, and not by the hour, by the minute. And you see what I'm going to bring out today? It is going to worse. It is going to reduce by the second. People don't trust you because they actually know who you are. Let me tell you. Now, people, let me give you an insight of what happened in terms of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee today. And look at some of the discourse, particularly where Dalrymple is. We just can't make up this. Jamaica, to be honest, we just can't make up this. This is so disgraceful. Right? Listen, Jamaica, this is so disgraceful. Listen to this.
Yes, member.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I just want to pause for a moment to congratulate you on your opening remarks, because I think it is important that we recognize and say to the country that as an oversight committee, we support the Integrity Commission. Our government supports the Integrity Commission. But what?
Stop tell lie. Andrew Holness doesn't support the Integrity Commission. Stop tell lie. Cliff Hughes asked Andrew Holness a direct question about the IC. If he has any confidence in the IC, and he did not say that. He did not say yes, he has confidence in the IC. So don't go there. Liar and criminal, miscriminal, don't go there. So we just stop you in your track. The Jamaica Labour Party position, they don't trust the IC. They are burning down the IC. So don't come out and tell us that your government in line with the IC. But let us hear you. Let us hear you.
What we want to do is to prosecute where necessary and not persecute. And in person.
Stop right there. The Integrity Commission investigators did not persecute you, Dalrymple. They did not persecute you, Dalrymple. The Integrity Commission investigators, right, and the court prosecuted you. So don't shape a narrative to us that the Integrity Commission is on a mission to persecute people. They asked you questions and you lied. And take it now beyond the Integrity Commission. You went into the court of law, into the judiciary. You had faced the judge. And Dalrymple, you admitted that you lied. You admitted your criminal wrongdoing into the court. So why now you come out now to shape this stinking narrative that the Integrity Commission investigators are out to persecute you and out to persecute people? Were you persecuted by the Integrity Commission, or you were prosecuted as a result of your criminality? This is the evil of you wanting to continue the status quo of criminality, you and Andrew, but me have a burning you down today. But they have found you.
Persecution. It's not just the persecution, it is the absolute damage that one does to a person's reputation. And going back to what member from...
Did the IC damage your reputation? Thief in Dalrymple. Thief in Dalrymple. Did the IC damage your reputation? Me want to go and show Jamaica how wicked and evil you are. Eh? Was it the Integrity Commission investigators who found you guilty? Or what they had done was to collect the necessary evidence and put it into the court, and my well-learned friend, the judge, found you guilty? Isn't that what took place, Dalrymple? Isn't that what took place? But you are shaping it now to say that the Integrity Commission investigators are dealing with character assassination. Let me take the call. Let me take the caller here, because we want people to engage, you know. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
How are you?
I'm very much fine, my sister.
I'm praying for you all, that God bless you, keep you, and protect you, because you all are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
People. God bless you, sir. All right. I was watching the committee meeting, and when I see this woman, Mystic, get up and talking about prosecute and persecute, as if to say the Integrity Commission, instead of prosecuting them, is persecuting them, and like they're bringing them down, their reputation. Now, she's a big grown woman, a grandmother, and if she can do what she does, and talking about it here, she brought it up, but people might forget. No, you are a public servant, and they know that. Therefore, they know what the Integrity Commission is about, is to hold people accountable. So therefore, she never knew to it. I know the first statutory deduction paperwork shall declare to them. That's all they ask for, Mystic.
Exactly.
The paperwork. If you say you do something, your receipt to substantiate your claim. She is just trying, because they held her accountable, to say, well, they're not doing a good job, which is not true. She know that. So she coming out, want to say they're damaging people's reputation. They are the ones who are damaging their reputation. Exactly. Nobody never sent them to go do what they are doing, to steal and lie. And because it is allowed, Mr. Mystic, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Because it is allowed by their Prime Minister, their leader, telling them not to sign the Code of Conduct, which is wrong. If my Prime Minister come to me and my leader to say something like that, if I were in their position, no, the law is there to abide by the law. The law is there, they break the law, but yet they are the one who put the law together. If it was an ordinary person, they would be held totally accountable. Right, Mystic?
Of course, you're perfectly right. You're perfectly right.
So why there must be an exemption? Why?
And for them, my sister, to shape the narrative. Now, after she had gone to the court, she had pleaded guilty as a result of the evidence that bear right against her. She can't shift from the evidence. She had pleaded guilty. And here is her now, right, in the oversight committee. And this is the ultimate wrong in terms of what Andrew Holness had done, right? Because Andrew Holness now is searching for people who have negative, right, argument as it relates to the Integrity Commission, and put them on the oversight committee, you understand, to bat for him. This is what Andrew Holness had done with this person who should should never have been into the parliament, and worse yet, be on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. That is just ludicrous.
The irony of it and how devious anti-oldness is to undermining the IC. Him undermine the IC. Why? Because the same rule of law has held him and his cronies accountable.
Exactly. That's it.
So he must fight against the IC. But let me tell them something. We are not going to stand for it, and we are going to push back on them. There must be an organization or something there to hold them accountable. I was on a program this morning and I said the same thing. If the IC is there and you have now about 14 to 15 of them that has taken taxpayers' money, what if the IC was not there? What if it was not? We wouldn't know what's going on. And these people, they are getting paid by the same taxpayers who they are stealing from.
But look here, my sister, let me say this.
Stealing Parliament.
Let me say this to you, sister. Based on the Integrity Commission annual report that judged from a period to a particular period where they have put in 23 cases into the court and get a conviction of 22. Isn't that saying that the Integrity Commission, you understand, is definitely a high-profile investigation entity with a 90% rate success? Isn't that what it is saying? Okay.
And if they had more, Chuck is going to talk about they have a room full of documents and all of that because they need funding. They need more workers. That's all it needs.
There you go.
That's all it needs. And this is why I call out to Market G. And the private sector should be behind the IC right now.
Yes.
Helping along, funding them so they can employ more people to get the work done faster.
Exactly.
Quicker. Because by the time they are done and need to pass on to whoever it must pass on to, there's another delay.
There you go.
And Andrew is not funding it. So I ask Mark Bowling and the private sector to step in and give them more power.
But look here, sister. Look here, sister.
Because
let me say this to you, what I want you to look into as well. Right? When the IC Integrity Commission investigators, right, certify Andrew Owners statutory declaration 2018, 2019, and 2020. Remember, all those 3 years, Andrew Owners had spoken good about them and said that the Integrity Commission investigators are doing a good job. Andrew Owners said that they were doing an excellent job to the fact that is 2018, 2019, and 2020 statutory declaration, you understand, was certified. Now, watch this now. Here's the problem now. To the fact that Andrew Owners statutory declaration 21, right, going upwards cannot be certified. And the Integrity Commission said the reason why we did certify the 2018, 2019, and 2020 was to the fact that we did not investigate. We just take his word for it. That's what the Integrity Commission said. So now that they are investigating him, exactly. So now that they are investigating him, right, now he doesn't have the Integrity Commission investigators in his good book. Look at that. Look at the hypocrisy. Look at that.
Mistake. Him get trapped right there, so.
Exactly.
Because they took his word at that time.
Yes.
Because they see that, everything was good. But then thereafter, he could not maintain that.
Exactly.
You see what he did? Because they took his word. You see now what is happening with him and Weekly the most? They're not honest. They're not truthful. And I always say, be honest whether someone is watching over you, yes or no. Be honest and true to yourself. Yeah? Must be honest and true to himself.
Exactly, my
sister.
sister.
Could not do. And I'll say this and let you go on. You see why a body has to watch over them? They are not honest.
They're not.
They are the same one. This should be a rule of law that these members of parliament and ministers do not have any other business. And if they do, it's run by some other relative or they employ somebody to oversee. Why? Because now with all narrow, most of them have development, they have businesses, they have charities. And they are the same one who get the permit, right?
Yes.
Contract with their companies. And this is how when time comes to pay, they overcharge. That's what I'm saying, Misty?
Exactly.
They overcharge.
Exactly.
And that's an example of what Tupton has done with the drill to say it is $30-something million when it was that. Because they should not. And this must stop.
Exactly.
They move the money. That is how they move the money through the contracts to their businesses. Because they have sticky fingers, and you know that they handle the taxpayers' money.
And the reason why they are doing it, my sister, they are the old breed of politicians. And that is one of the reasons why we want some new breed of politicians. Say the right thing now. These are the old breed of politicians that believe in that the stealing. Exactly.
And old foot like Dalrymple and Babsy and Deadman Mackenzie and Chuck and Chang, all of them for come out.
Yes.
They have got me now and has not given anything back to the people of Jamaica. Worse, their own constituencies.
Exactly. Exactly, my sister.
All right. Thank you.
Blessings. And that is one of the reasons why you have now today, my Jamaican people, where the old breed of politicians are under investigation and none of the new breed of politician is under investigation. You see the bang around what they go on and say, so I could just listen to her some more.
Eastern Westmoreland said, you cannot, and you said it, you cannot assume that simply because information is not provided, it is something that you're hiding around. Because what it is that happens.
When you hear how this woman is evil, that you cannot say because information is not provided, you are going to presume. Now, the Integrity Commission investigators, they are not on a mission to presume. The fact of the matter, they allowed Andrew Holness more than 4 years to provide information. More than 4 years, and he cannot. So then, it has to now go to FID, who have the wider capacity and the authority, you understand, to go wider, to have an understanding. Now, why you don't speak, right, clarity in saying that 4 years, the Integrity Commission is asking Andrew Holness and your criminal friends for information. It should have now been provided. Why you don't make a move to pass and amend laws to say that, okay, if the Integrity Commission investigators required certain information, the ultimatum is 6 months to provide that information, and within the 6 months, if that information is not provided, then, right, we can pursue as it relates to criminal procedure. Why you don't shape law like that? No, you are talking to me now, You are talking to me now, Dalrymple. Why don't you understand, if you want to strengthen, right, the Integrity Commission, right, in terms of you are now accusing them that, okay, all right, not because someone don't provide the information, you understand, you the Integrity Commission's investigators are going to presume, Dalrymple, if you people are serious about eliminating corruption, you shouldn't have said that out of your mouth. But again, Jamaica, we don't expect better from this woman. This woman is a thief. This woman is a thief. So let me ask you a question, Dalrymple.
when the Integrity Commission investigators ask you, right, to submit certain documentary proof, then to make matters easy, Dalrymple, if you weren't lying, why didn't you submit them and stop the long argument? Stop the long argument when it make no sense. The at here where you preach out yourself when it make no sense. So then my question to you, is it okay for the Integrity Commission to run round months after months, years after years, the wait pound to submit information? Why you don't move forward to strengthen the Integrity Commission investigators as it relates to information being what required? Should not extend beyond 6 months. Isn't that a reasonable time given to you? That if you said, okay, like Wheatley, okay, me have X amount of loans through Bank of Nova Scotia, and if the Integrity Commission investigator said, okay, all right, submit to us the loan agreement. You must have the contract for the loan agreement. There's no way that the bank is going to lend you $5 million and you don't have a loan agreement stipulating the rate of which you are borrowing, the time of which you are going to pay. There is no way. So then, what the integrity, so what on? What you want to tell Jamaica say? Say even after 4, 5, 6, 7 years, the Integrity Commission must just sit down there and they must not presume anything and they mustn't do anything. If you put in law and give these criminals ultimatum to submit documentation, and if they can't submit documentation, then the necessary charges are going to pursue. Why you don't say that? Why you don't say that? That's why the old breed of politicians need to come out of the parliament. Need to step out of political representation totally. This is what you're saying to us. You understand? Because you are not giving us any representation in terms of what you're saying right here. You don't realize that you're embarrassing yourself. But again, we don't expect any better from you. Let us hear you.
Happens. It is very often. It can happen. It has happened where you ask for information. For one reason or the other, you don't recall. There are times where there are persons who might have, for example, I just pull out of the hat.
Stop shot shit. Let me complain. Stop shot shit. So let me ask you a question. When the Integrity Commission investigators ask you about your Benz, let me ask you a question. No, you pay a monthly loan on the Benz. So how comes you a member if you mention the Benz? Every month you have to pay a loan. May I talk to you, Dalrymple? Because you take Jamaica for that. Every month, Dalrymple, who pay the loan for the Benz? You remember say you buy Benz? Eh? You remember say you use the government discount because of your position to buy Benz? And you don't remember say you pay a loan on it? You pay a monthly loan? You don't remember that? Man, move in front of me. Because trust me, real old dirty criminal, yo. Real old dirty criminal. Right? Now, let me just take you away. Now, Jamaica, this is some serious atrocity. Serious atrocity. But Jamaica, let me brace back and get into some investigation. Now, Mayor Delroy Chuck saying that the Integrity Commission, because I'm coming for the Integrity Commission this morning, saying that the Integrity Commission investigators must not be net fishing, right? But spear fishing. Now, I want to ask Delroy Chuck a question. Delroy Chuck, tell me one example, give me one case where the Integrity Commission investigators deal with net fishing. Give me one example. Explain one case to us. So you got up in Parliament and you don't reference a case. Because you speak loosely with the evil and they allow you to do it. This is how Andrew Wallace is dangerous. So when you got up and you said that the Integrity Commission investigators are net fishing, right? If I was saying that, I would say the Integrity Commission is net fishing, right? And I would reference a particular case to say, okay, here is an example of what I'm speaking of. You can't do that. You can't do that because there is none. There is none as it relates to your claim that the Integrity Commission is net fishing. You are a disgrace. It goes back to what we say. The whole breed of politicians need to step out. Because notice, Jamaica people, all the old breeds of politicians, they are the ones that are under investigation for what? Illicit enrichment. Before we step in the investigation, let me ask some questions. Barrabas, Robert Montague, right? And many more have the investigator of the Integrity Commission investigators, right, had written to you as it relates to any form of investigation for illicit enrichment. We are asked that now, because remember, 15 now, 15. And here it is that you people still sit in the Parliament, And you know what you people are saying? I know if any journalist go through Andrew Wallace's cabinet right now today and ask them if the Integrity Commission write to them as it relates to investigation of illicit enrichment, they all are going to say no. They're going to say no. Until later. Yes, there it is. And this is the reason why we don't want the old breed of politicians. We need the new breed of politicians like Isaac Buchanan and Nikisha Burchell, a Jess, right? New breed of politician who can move Jamaica forward, right, with ideas. None of them has no idea to develop the country. That's why the country is like this. And so then Jamaica must have an understanding that we need to do away with the whole breed of politicians. Now, so we argument straightforward in terms of what we want. Right? We want to move away from the status quo of criminality that protected by the old breed of politician. We want a new way forward. Our politics as it relates to the future and the horizon with the new breed of politician. Want to hear my argument? Yes. Why am I saying that? Now let me reference. Because Delroy Chuck can do no referencing, I can do referencing. The reason why Mystic Sensation want all the new breed of politician, because based on the Integrity Commission investigators, none of the new breed of politician is under investigation. You don't like my argument, people? If you don't like my argument, say yes in the chat. People, come support me. If you don't like what I say, you understand? Remember, may I tell them the reason why we want to get rid of the old breed of politician? We want to get rid of the old breed of politician because the old breed politicians, right, they are currently under investigation. And it appears as if majority of them are criminals. Now, the reason for me to want the new breed of politicians, based on the Integrity Commission investigation report, right, annual report, we are not seeing that the Integrity Commission scope or surveillance is pursuing the new breed of politicians. So let me give an example, I don't still like the right truck, right? I don't still like the right truck. But talk about the Integrity Commission, right? The net fishing, and him can't give no reference. So you see a pure E. coli coming out of his mouth. We want the new breed of politician because Isaac is not under investigation. Nikisha Bershel, not under investigation. The Integrity Boss, not under investigation. Jess, not under investigation. Daily, not under investigation. And we can name out all of them not under investigation. The Integrity Boss submitted all of his statutory declaration. And the Integrity Boss statutory declaration, all certified. All certified. All certified. Bravo, bravo. Right? Clean like a whistle. Look up on the other side. From 1998, that can't certified. That cockroach can't certified. From 1998, the old cockroach can't get certified. And when can't get certified? Damn a thief. He is an apex predator. He's an apex criminal. So much for certification ago. Remember, if you clean a hog, I mean, I call him pig, a hog this. If you clean a hog and you put the hog in a white sheet, where do you think the hog going to do? The hog go back in the mud and water in it. Because a hog. So what may I say? A thief is a thief. A thief is a thief. Now, and I'm going to give reference why me say a thief is a thief. So me not steal like Delroy truck that is going to point out certain things and cannot give reference. Because me are going at the investigation and now what are the people? Me take out my eyeglass because me going to see it, Let me take out my eyeglass and breathe down. More want to know, like up the live, share it out the live. People come tune in on this. Now, people, me have to reserve my little energy to deal with this, because this is too big for me. Let me tell you, the level of criminality is higher than my head. So I have to make sure, I start to gear down and ease before I go in the one here. All right. Let me relax now and put on about the spectacles. Good. All right, we'll see. Now, Jamaica, I want you to walk with me. Remember, me ask you if you get the accountants. Me ask you if you get the best investigator. More the international media pay attention to what we are going to deliver. And we are telling Jamaica that there is no way, shape, nor form that Andrew Ones can escape this. Now, people, look at now. You remember that you talk about $700,000 that hit the Swiss system that Andrew Ones put into Citibank. You don't always hear me talk about it. But today, let me get into the document so you all see it. A bang around today. Let me get into the document so you all see it. Now, document number one, evidence number one, we could bring it up. Yes, Andrew Honest. You think we now wait until the Integrity Commission dash out your file, you know? We are dash out your file. We now wait until the Integrity Commission dash out your file. We are dash it out. Let me get straight to it. Let me get straight into it. Now people see it, man. They have it, man. I'm a big it up for me who can see it. See the Prime Minister investment, ya people. Hey, look here, people. Andrew Honest can't get where I ask him. And I ask him. This is the Prime Minister bank accounts declared for 2021. When you look at people, we can just go straight to the particular item, you know. See it, people, I'm bring it up. See it, City US dollars check. 713,000 US dollars, you know. 528, right? And 27 cents, you know. 713,000 US dollars, you know. 528. So when the Prime Minister Bank here, March 29, 2021 receive March 29, 2022. Right? So it's received 2021. Right? Now, see now, 713,528 and 27 cents, you know. All right. So we move from the 21 to updated September 8, 2022. Right? See the money are still in the people. See it here? $713,528.27 US, you know. See there, people, US dollars checking account, you know. Make a go here, so let me show you some people. See it here? February 27, 23. See it update, you know. February 27, 23. Right? So this money in a city bank from 2021 goes straight up to 2023. All right, people, I could take with the document here. I could stop share the document here. But I want to look, I want to write it down, you know. Write down the date, you know what? Let me write down the date. Because I do the investigation right in front of you. 2021 / $713,528.27. I'm going to show you. You can't get Andrew Honest. Dog me and your supper. So 2021, 713, right? $1,000 528. May I do the investigation then live in front of the people then. All right. So that is 2021. You see you have that. So may I stop for share this? Right? May I close out the document here because I don't want no confusion. Right? And let me talk to the people then. The Prime Minister claims that was an error. The Prime Minister claimed that, okay, it was not US dollars, it was Jamaican dollars. Now let me ask the Prime Minister a question and let me ask the bank a question. As a matter of fact, when I deal with the Prime Minister, let me deal with the bank. So, Citibank, you made a mistake as a call to what Andrew Honest is saying. That he lodged 700,000 Jamaican dollars, but it was mistakenly go to the checking account, the US checking account, right? So, of course, the US checking account would have an overage of 713,000, right? $528.27. All right, this is where now the Prime Minister is going to get mashed up. Mashed up by the IC, mashed up by the Integrity Commission, will mash up by the court. Totally flatline. Let me ask a question. The bank reconciliation account would have picked up that in day one. Day one. Remember me at that, you know. Me at that. The bank reconciliation account people who in a banking morning call me right now. The bank reconciliation account would have picked up that error in a day one, because guess what? There wouldn't be any balance. It can't balance. The account cannot be balanced. Because what would have happened, right? The Jamaican account, as according to that, would have shot the 700,000 Jamaican dollars, and the mistake that made as it relates to the US dollars, right? The bank would have definitely pick up that. So then, okay, let us deal with the checking account. Let us deal with this now. So when the bank, at the close of the year, when you're going through the account, isn't that, as it relates to physical auditing, physical check, isn't that is going to pick up that, guess what? 700,000 US dollars is not there, because that was an error. Isn't that the reconciliation account is going to pick up that? Well, let me answer this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my sister.
Talking with this one about the bank and the reconciliation for the Jamaican dollar in the US dollar.
Yes. Talk to me. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you have any experience in banking?
Yes.
Okay, well, talk to us then.
I have experience in banking, auditing, and finance.
Okay, so talk to us now. Talk to us. Please talk to us. We want you to call, so talk to us.
Let me tell you something. The first day that man depositing Jamaican account, money in a Jamaican account, and then put it in the US account, the bank couldn't balance.
Ah, so you agree with what I'm saying?
On a daily basis, everything has to balance. If it's a balance, you can't open the bank the next day.
All right.
Well, we can't open, right? Because we have to open to the public. But its big chaos would be in the bank.
Talk to us, sister.
I don't know where they get that information from. And the way how the US dollar accounts are managed in compared to how the regular Jamaican dollars accounts are managed. First of all, the teller who took that deposit, that is where the problem would start.
Yes.
The teller wouldn't balance.
The teller wouldn't balance.
And the teller only allowed a certain amount, a very small amount to be out on a daily basis. And if the teller not balance that the day, and even, I mean, with the rate of the difference in rate between the US dollar account and the Jamaican dollar account, right? They would be out of whole leap. But what he's saying is just impossible, and I'll leave it there.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. And here it is, someone who work in the bank, have experience, right? Call and set it straight. Because I know, right? Now, Jamaica, what I am going to show you now is very serious. So, we second that. And if any other person out there in banking who want to call Mystic Sensation and also clarify what myself and that caller had spoken about, right, as it relates to the bank reconciliation account, right, and where the observation would first made as it relates to the teller, because the teller couldn't balance. Period. Point blank and period. So we debunk what Andrew Honest is saying. Totally debunk. Let me tell you something, Jamaica. The Integrity Commission investigators would have questioned those who involved and would have those information at their disposal to meet Andrew Wallace in court. To meet Andrew Wallace and his lawyers in court. So all of what I am explaining here, the Integrity Commission investigators would have captured, would have questioned all the relevant persons, you understand, that come in connection with this line item. the Integrity Commission sit down pandemic investigation here. Fed would have also have this information waiting on Andrew Honest, you understand, to go in court, waiting on him. So the bank is going to, those tellers in the bank, right, and those persons who are connected with this situation would get what? Would be called in court. This is something that these evidence cannot be hidden in. This is what we call money trail evidence. Can't wipe away. So we know that Andrew Honest in a bind. So let me tell him, if he doesn't know, that document that I had showed you, not only that, not only that, that's why we want Donald Trump, you understand, out of power. Because that would have hit the Swiss system. And guess what? Question relating to money laundering. Hey, look here, Andrew Honest, a whole heap of trouble you're in. And I ask for that, Me to tell you, say, you're in a trouble up to your knee. All right, well, on the Jamaica, you think me done with him yet? And I am doing this because of what Delroy Chuck said. The Integrity Commission investigators are net fishing. So that's why I am doing it, to show you that they are not net fishing. Now, look at this again, Delroy Chuck. And you may talk to you, Delroy Chuck. Look at this. Look at this other document. May I come for you, man? Look at this other document, Delroy Chuck. Let me share it. You remember this? Delroy Chuck, you remember this? You look on them. You look on them, Delroy Chuck. You claim, say, the Integrity Commission investigators, the net fish. Does this look like net fishing to you? Eh? This was done by the forensic auditor. Me hear some people in the chat, how them paid $30 million for forensic auditor. And now the forensic auditor said them not find nothing. You saw them people that done? And they report this, And the lab rats them. And the forensic audit report this, And the lab rats them, I say, the forensic auditor, them not find nothing, You saw them done? Now, this is the forensic auditor reporting. They show you how money they flow through NCB in a various accounts, See it, Account number 20. You understand? 145 million deposit. Right? Internet work withdrawals, 20 million. See it, to show you. Estate bridge. Right? NCBCM 3501, $24 million. Right? NCB account number 66 Imperium, $148 million. Imperium, right? 28 million. Imperium, $72 million. Positive Media, 51 million. Positive Media, 1 million and odd. Total to $461,161,545.37. Now look at the time, people. This is between the period 2020, people, to 2023, I want to write that down, and calculate, So 470 million Jamaican dollar, JA dollar, right? That's something I have shown, people. Watch this. $470 million between the period 2020 to 2023. See that $470 million that run through NCB. See the evidence there? Now, I could take with this document and go into the real bangarang now. The real bangarang we are going for. Come in and play with him. People, the next document, what I am going to show you. Anyway, Andrew Honest there, what a shit supposed to take him. So Andrew, unless if you are listening to me, find one restroom. You find a restroom before we come up with the next document. I'm going to wipe off myself. Because the amount of heat will come out of the kitchen today. Anyway you're there today. You hear them attack? And I talk about this. Big Mama and Judas Davis. Why don't you call me, man, and talk about this? Why don't you call me, no? I beg you, no. Why don't you call me, man? Right? When you can call me, the phone line, see the phone line there? If you're big and strong, you can defend him. Call me now, see the phone line there. Big Mama, Judas Davis, anyone who want to defend the Prime Minister right now, may I tell you now, if the Prime Minister want to call me. See the number there. See the number there. I'm ready for you this morning, you know. This morning, I run out power, you know. Right? Me I show you say, me no get my certification. You understand? Georgia University, criminal justice. You understand? Criminal justice degree. You understand? And honors in a private investigation. You go check it out. You understand? My thing now hide. I'm go on LinkedIn. It now hide. You understand me? I say. So you have fling out. You understand? Certified. I'm in a hide. Now the next document. Regardless of what you said, Delroy Chuck, look for the next document, Delroy Chuck. Let me dig it up and show you. When you come out and butter down the Integrity Commission, but they are phone, man. Look for the next document, people. Let me put on my postaples. Now, Andrew Honest, this is a statutory declaration that you give to the IC. This is the statutory declaration that you have given to the IC. And this send you to prison 10 times over. Here we are going now, Andrew Honest. 2018. You said your total assets, income, and liability. 2018. Income, assets, and liability. Right? Total assets. You said that it was $112 million. See it up on the top, just so. Total assets US dollars, you say ongo $454 you have. Total liabilities, right? You say at $22 million as it relates to liabilities you have. And you don't have no US dollars liabilities. And net worth 89 million and so forth and so forth. So then, as it relates to, right, total assets, everything, right, $112 million, 549. That is the total assets. Come on, we could go down again. We could go down again. Total assets in Jamaican dollars. Watch out. 2019, what you say? Your total assets, $111 million, right, in Jamaican dollars. Total assets in US dollars, 516. Right? Total liability, 50,845. Now, 2020, you say your total asset was $131 million. Right? Total asset US dollars, $544. Hey, a bangaranga today, no people. A bangaranga today to backside. 2021, you said your assets, your total assets in Jamaican dollars, 197 million. Total assets in US dollars, 5,486,000. And total assets in 2022, 200 million. You understand? Now, make the top investigator ask you some question now. Okay, so the first question I'm going to ask you, Andrew Honest. In 2021, when you put in the 713 US dollars in a city account, in a 2021, show me it, where it is. Where it is here. Where it is here on the US dollars. You said you only have $5,486. You did not disclose the 713 $113,528, sir. See there? See there, more the evidence, more the people them see it. 2021, you did not disclose this. You did not. And you said your total assets is $197 million. So let me ask you a question, Andrew. So basically, in terms of what I am looking on here, if we are to add $197 million and the 713,000 US dollars, Andrew Wallace, this is now taking you over $1 billion. Over $1 billion in assets. You couldn't show no, there's no way you could have showed the Integrity Commission that. Because how can you come into the politics from 1997 and between 1997 to 2021 you're a billionaire, never achieved by no business person in Jamaica, never yet achieved. How could you explain that? Here it is, here the evidence, people. That 2021, right? Total assets, $197 million. Total assets in US dollars, right? 5 million. So you tell me now. You tell me now. That was not disclosed. In 2022, again, that was not disclosed. That was not disclosed. Right? That was not disclosed. So we have a problem here, sir. Andrew Wallace. Let me take this and talk to you. So then, Andrew, how are you going to explain? You see the reason why for all the years that the Integrity Commission investigators are asking you, right, for the required document to explain these things. You can't explain it. You can't explain none of this. You just can't explain none of this, sir. So then obviously, this is worse than Andrew Wheatley. This is the reason, this explains the reason why you cannot fire Wheatley. People, I want you to see where I'm going. You know. This is the reason why you can't fire nobody. This is the reason. So, sir, how comes that Mark Golin, let me give a perfect example, that Mark Golin, right, is in legitimate business long before you doing legitimate businesses, and Mark Golin 2024 statutory declaration have Mark Golin total assets and income just barely $150 million. How on God earth can you explain that, Andrew Jones? Talk to me, Andrew. Talk to me, Andrew. It is not like you are operating companies that doing any form of production. No, none of the companies that you're operating is doing any production. All the companies that you're operating, they are shell companies. Andrew, all the companies that you are operating, they are shell companies. Oh, on God earth, you have billions of dollars. Oh, on God earth, you shouldn't be in our parliament. You must not be in our parliament. And we must not allow you to go on any longer. It is serious that Jamaica need to galvanize against Andrew Wallace being in our parliament. It's serious, Jamaica. It's serious. Let me take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Byron, sorry to bother you, but I really had to call you and compliment you.
Thank you.
And observation here. Wait, how come the money way then put in error never reflect on the bank statement? Put it on the something them we have sent to IC.
Exactly.
So that was an excellent observation, Byron, and I had to call you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That's why we said we are in this space. Right? We are in this space. This is my work that I do on a daily basis. So I am going to recognize these things. Right? So I am not asking you that from the time that FID had gotten the investigation, right? FID cannot come out. I am telling FID, I am not asking FID, that FID cannot come out and vindicate the Prime Minister. They can't. And they know it. Jamaica, they know it. FID, you cannot come out and vindicate him. It cannot be vindicated. And so then the tactics and the delayed tactics and the judicial review makes no sense, because guess what, Andrew Wallace? If you want to take the long road, you have to come back to the short main road where you have to go through the bridge. The problem, you have to pass through the bridge. And the problem that you have, you cannot pass through the bridge because Mystic Sensation turn up at the entrance and Lonesome stand up at the exit. So then how you going to pass through the bridge? Tell me, how are you going to pass through the bridge? You can't pass through the bridge when Mystic Sensation turn up at the front of the bridge. I mean, I check all ID. So I don't know how you're going to pass through the bridge. So when you look at that, my Jamaican people, back to Delroy Chuck, I'm talking to you, Delroy Chuck. How dare you? The information that I presented, does that look like net fishing? Does that look like net fishing? That information would have come from Citibank itself as a result of the forensic audit. The forensic audit being done picked up that. And all of that you have to deal with. And it shows here that, of course, in 2021, when you deposited that amount, as it relates to your statutory declaration, you did not mention that. You hide it for the obvious reason. But again, another side to this is the money laundering side. So while we are looking on the situation with Wheatley, the situation with Andrew Wallace, 10 times worse. Because it now called the bank in question as it relates to $470 million going through NCB. It also called BOJ in question, who provide oversight, right, to the banking sector. Yes. Now when we talk about the $713,000 US, again, that has to flag for money laundering. So let me ask Citibank this. Let me ask Citibank. Citibank, did you find out the source of the money? How you come by that money? Did you find out the source? Because here why that question now relevant to Citibank. He cannot explain the source of his total assets to the IC. And if he cannot explain the source of his income, of his assets, total assets and liability to the IC, he couldn't able to explain it to NCB. So then now let us zero in on NCB. NCB. What is the source or the sources of Andrew Owner's $470 million running through NCB as it relates to various accounts? Talk to me. I am interrogating you. I am interrogating you. What was the source? Explain. Is it a situation that Andrew Owner's unable to explain his source as it relates to his total assets and liability to the IC, but was able to explain it to NCB? So NCB, can you help the IC with their investigation? Talk to me. I would have presumed that the Integrity Commission investigators would, of course, flag the relevant authorities who involved as it relates to this line item, and the necessary information would have collected. So then, Andrew Owens, you have no line of defense. You can't defend something that is indefensible. You can't. So then when we look at that, you found wanted. And the band around with you worse than Wheatley. So when we say that, okay, you need to fire Wheatley, we know very well when we say, and when civil society is saying that you need to fire Wheatley, they are now putting you into what I call a dead zone. Because deep down, you know you can't fire him. Because your situation is worse than Wheatley. So then when we look at this, not only that your situation is worse than Wheatley, now we understand that you are the mastermind for the corruption. You are the mastermind for the corruption. And when we look at this, we realize and now we fully understand. Yes, everything makes sense. Of course, when you decided not to sign the code of conduct. So we see that although you are what you call playing chess, you are not calculating that you would face the teacher who teach the chess game. And so now you're in a predicament. So we don't have to wait until the IC dash out the dirt. We they tell us, say, not only that you're dirty, we are telling you that the stench that you have, we stay right here in Canada and smell it. And so then you have a problem. You have a problem. We are not asking you if you have a problem. We are telling you that you are in a conundrum. We are not asking you that. We are telling you that you're in a conundrum. Because there's no way, shape, nor form that you can get out of this. So all the burn where you want to burn, and all the slow tactics you want to use, the bureaucracy talk, and then you come up with NARA and the delay and all of that where you do and blah, blah, blah. There is nothing can help you under the face of the sun. You're done. So all of the JLP lab rats who want to give information and who want to speak full equal eye out of their mouth because they are fully done. We don't pay attention to those things. What we pay attention to, we pay attention to the evidence. And we are saying that we are here defending the Integrity Commission investigators. And no matter how you stifle them, no matter how you try to make them become skeleton staff because you don't want to give them the strength to investigate, Andrew, Jamaica is going to witness your fall. And your fall is coming, my brother. You cannot escape. There is no way you can escape. Because FID cannot, even if you get your friend, and let me tell you something. Just imagine. You have gotten Geico Lizard. You step down the requirement to put Geico Lizard over there. But Geico Lizard then did not know the evidence then. But when Geico Lizard went over there and Geico Lizard faced the evidence that over there, Geico Lizard said, no, sir. The truth be told, me can't help you. When Geico Lizard see the evidence that stuck against him, let me ask a question. I want Jamaican people to think. You don't believe, say, if anything whatsoever, any little, not that Geico Lizard could have used and save him. Geico Lizard would have lead that to Big Mama. So the only thing now what Big Mama can do now is tell lie. That Fit said this and Fit said that. And then Fit come out after and say people not go so. No. People this not normal. You know the reason why I'm laughing? Because a lot of people don't realize that Andrew when is in Parliament and everything just look okay. And some Jamaican people start to confuse because they might wonder, oh, not now go on. Why not now go on? But the truth be told, people, you see, the sort of net as it relates to the scope of the investigation, remember that you are dealing with the Prime Minister. And so then, when all the evidence collected, put together, there is no way, if you have 10 cases, Lord can save him. Can't save him. And here's why the Prime Minister cannot be saved. Here's the real reason why the Prime Minister cannot be saved. The Prime Minister do not have a business, you understand, that deals with demand and supply. People, I want you to hear what I'm saying. The Prime Minister has not functional business that deals with demand and supply. So when the Prime Minister realized that he doesn't have a business that deals with demand and supply, right? The only thing what the Prime Minister leaned to, the Prime Minister said, you know what? We have 2 taxis. Why? People, the Prime Minister said you have 2 taxis. Another 2 taxis. You understand? Give him all that money. Him 2 taxis, him project for them 2 taxis. So while he must say, him have 2 taxis, right? He come out for a political campaign. Now just imagine him. Sorry, while he tell the Integrity Commission, say him have 3 taxis. He came out on a political campaign and say him have 2 taxis. And while he came out on that political campaign and say him have 2 taxis, his father say, I'm telling him, he have about 30 taxis. People, if you don't busy come here. People, because the Prime Minister knows, say, he doesn't have a business, a legitimate business. All of these business that the Prime Minister have, they are shell companies. They are shell companies. Right? These are not business that employ people. And when people are doing buy and selling, you understand? These are not business that create, right, an obvious market of demand and supply. Nothing like that. So how the Prime Minister come to be a billionaire? How the Prime Minister come to be a billionaire? People, this is funny. How the Prime Minister come to be a billionaire? Now, let me just open the phone lines for people to call in, right? And we could talk about this. You understand? Because we have few more minutes, but I like some people to call in. You understand? And any questions, right? I will guide them, right? Accordingly. So people call in. We could talk about it. We could interact about it. The Prime Minister doesn't have a legitimate business that do, you know, demand and supply. I would, as a matter of fact, I want the lab rats to say, Mystic Sensation, go man, you don't know what you're talking about. The Prime Minister have the business, what deal with demand and supply. Please name it. They are listening. Right? Please name the business that where the Prime Minister have that deal with demand and supply. We are listening, we are waiting. We want to hear it. So then the Prime Minister have shell companies. That the Prime Minister designer, you know who designed the shell companies them? Eh? You know who designed the shell companies them, people? Patrick Bailey. Patrick Bailey. And that is the reason why now. Because the Prime Minister circles, you know, of friends, you know, are really apex criminals, you know. Let me take this call. All right, because a call in time now. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yes, brother Byron.
Talk to me now, my brother.
To say something, because me hear your rage, me hear your comment, but listen to this though. I was just listening to the Integrity Commission committee.
Yes.
And brother, mighty God, the Labour Party member them sick.
Of course.
Them sick. No, me hear their right chuck on the fraud one which name Philbert.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry for them. No, let me make an argument to say the Integrity Commission asked some personal question. And it's simple. It's simple, you know. When you are coming up politics, and when you are going to get married, you declare your asset. Every member of parliament needs to declare their asset from the first year.
Exactly.
So when the Integrity Commission boss come in, yes, this was already before in text it. Simple. So when they come with them manipulative lie, no, brother Byron, it just make me get sick my stomach. This is the one of them people, man. Look at my people now, listen to them because we don't want them to, they couldn't educate my children then. Not here. But you know, Julian Ramsey,
yes.
But we talk to them and they go, look, man, this is, you want in chance say what they have bullshit to nonsense.
Exactly.
You need to listen to that, man.
No, man, listen to them, man.
They're sick with that. They want to do everything for different this criminal who are the other thing for them. They do everything for Andrew Wallace. Mighty God, you want your people to attack me. It's sick, Mr. My God.
All right. Bless you, my brother. All right, let me take a next call. Can you call him? I come in and now here?
Yeah, cool, man.
Bless you, my son. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Mystic, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, my dear?
I am very well, and hello to your dad, okay?
All right, blessings, yes.
And also wifey.
All right.
Okay, now, you know, I don't have much to say. I don't like the talk, but continue to do what you're doing. You're doing a good job, okay, my dear?
Thank you, my dear.
All right. And I see you misbehaving this evening and you're laughing a lot, but that's okay.
Okay.
It's nice to misbehave sometime, okay?
All right, yes.
You have a blessed day, sir.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Yes, and so that what we are asking for all Jamaicans to do, right, as it relates to, you know, the evidence, just let us stop from being politically polarized for once, right? let us all do an introspection then, right? And speak about good governance. And what you see I display there, as it relates to the Prime Minister statutory declaration, telling the Integrity Commission that in 2022, his total assets, income, and liability was only $200 million. While clear, when you see the evidence that I presented, right, and you look on Citibank in 2021, the Prime Minister lodged $713,000 in Citibank. So then how could it be that you have $713,000 lodged in Citibank that stayed in Citibank for more than 2 years? For more than 2 years. And you did not mention that. And your Integrity Commission declaration, you did not mention it. Because, by the way, you couldn't mention it. Because really and truly, if you are to mention something like that, then the question, where did you get it? Come on. If Andrew Honest had put that on his statutory declaration, then the common question, me as an investigator, okay, can you provide a source for this? This is the problem, and this is the reason why Andrew Honest hid it. He couldn't mention it. Because if I am investigating you and you show me that, then I am going to show you okay, where is the source? How do you come by this? That is going to be the common question. Investigation 101. And as such, the Prime Minister cannot explain it. The Prime Minister knows where he got it from him. The Prime Minister can talk where he got it from. But the Prime Minister is not going to say where he got it from, because where he got it from, strictly out of the proceed of crime. Prime Minister can't talk about that. Prime Minister have hide that. That definitely come out of the proceed of crime. Because if you're hiding it, let us speak now. Let us speak truth to power. Why would the Prime Minister hide it if it was legitimate? That is the first question that you're going to ask. Why would the Prime Minister, normally, if we do something that we are not supposed to do, right, and the parents told us, particularly when the parents said, okay, all right, Byron, don't do this and don't do that and blah, blah, blah. And if we go behind our parents' authority and we do that, and our parents, and my parents ask me, why did you do it? It's either, or if my parents ask me, did you do it? It's either I'm going to lie to my parents that I didn't do it, which is a lie. And one of the reasons why I lie, because I know I shouldn't have done it. You see where I'm going? So the Prime Minister having $713,000 that he pays in Citibank, he deposited in Citibank, right? Now, the forensic investigator, as it relates to their skill, they're highly skilled and efficient. They are the ones who discover these things. So then now, since it's discovered, well, the question, where's the source? Tell us how you come by that. Tell us. So these are documents that the Prime Minister is unable to present, or these are questions that the Prime Minister is unable to answer. All right, so let me talk to the politics now. So then, for the labor rights, what's so difficult in what I explained for you to understand? What is so difficult? That, okay, all right, evidence. The Prime Minister needs to explain it. This is what the Integrity Commission is saying. That from God he knows over 2-3 years, the Prime Minister cannot explain it. He can't. And so then here is Dalrymple now in Parliament now, they try to cement the fraud. They try to cement the propaganda. That not because the IC asks you for information and you cannot present it, mean that something wrong. Really? Like seriously. So Dalrymple, let me and you go back to the specific item. What would be the reason, Dalrymple, for the Prime Minister unable to explain the $713,000 in Citibank? What would be the reason that take the Prime Minister up until this point unable to present the source of those monies? It is very serious. So you see that Dalrymple now shape to the fact that the Prime Minister also put Dalrymple, you understand, on the Integrity Commission oversight now to sell propaganda and to try to mash down the IC, where Dalrymple herself being investigated by the IC and being prosecuted by the IC, put before a court, and where the judge found Dalrymple guilty. Dalrymple is coming out into the parliament now and said the Integrity Commission must pursue to prosecute and not persecute. You tell me now, Jamaica, where Dalrymple is going with that line of argument. Now you tell me now, Jamaica, you see the reason why we can't tolerate the old breed of politicians. We can't tolerate, and we should not tolerate, the old breed of politicians, because the old breed of politicians are simply defending the status quo of criminality. And so then they are emboldened, right? They are emboldened, but as I tell you, my friend, that time longer than rope. And trust me, the end of the rope is very near. And we know that Andrew Holness is going to go down in a despicable shame that no other Prime Minister has gone down. And we are telling him that. So here it is, right, my people, that we present today's show with the evidence that we have. So when you hear the lab rats out there, you have as much information now to say dress back up within the propaganda, right? Because we know the truth, right? Jamaica know the truth. So you can't come and try to shape a narrative, you understand, to make it look like the IC is doing net fishing, because that is the motive today, you know. That is the motive that they came out with, that the IC is doing net fishing and the IC is out to persecute them. Then if that is so, then, but based on the Integrity Commission annual report, 23 cases submitted into the court and 22 convictions, you are going to tell me that is not an excellent performance? That is a 90% conviction rate. So then if the IC was net fishing, how upon God earth that the IC would have achieved such 90% successive rate in prosecute us because you're not a thief? How does that make sense with the argument that you are saying that, okay, the Integrity Commission investigators, right, they are out to persecute, right, and they are doing net fishing. But when you look at the performance of the Integrity Commission in court, it's a 90% conviction rate. So how you explain that? How you explain that? It's to tell you that the IC is dotting all their I's and crossing all their T's in executing and prosecuting you people. So you now feel, you understand, to make the IC into a more robust arm, being a part of the anti-corruption body. You try to weaken them. You try to make them into a skeleton staff because you don't want them to have adequate manpower to cover all what they need to cover. At the rate of the corruption where GLP take it to, trust me, the IC can hardly keep up to show you how corrupted you are. So the next reflection that we are seeing from that, now we have to understand, this is the reason why the Auditor General is saying to us, Jamaica, that mighty God, there's a crisis here, there's an accountability crisis here. Jamaica, $3 trillion unaccounted for. $3 trillion unaccounted for. The healthcare, Cornwall Regional Hospital, who meant for refurbish, cannot be completed. And we are almost going roughly about $28 million spent. Where it is. The hospitals are dilapidated. Not even as simple as tight tissue you can't find. Where the money there? So then, you want us, you want Jamaica now to do what? Go against the IC for what? When the IC is saying to us all that, look, this government is a kleptocratic government and they are what? Damaging our sovereignty. Damaging our sovereignty. Here it is. And I'm going to speak another thing. Now, let me. When I think about my Jamaican people, I want to speak to you all. The Andrew Wallace administration, because of their corruption, is selling out our sovereignty to the Chinese and to the United States. Why Mystic said that? The other day I said that if we come to a juncture and we have to say, all right, we have to take side with one of the countries, with one of the two evils. Let me put it out there. One of the two evils, then would automatically have to choose USA. I need to explain why I said that. Because USA is no different from China, and as a matter of fact, even more vicious. The reason why I'm saying that, because really and truly China is not in a position to defend the Jamaican people. I want people to bear that in mind in terms of how Mystic Sensation projecting. If war to break out right in the Caribbean, and if Jamaica said, all right, they are taking the side with China, then we are exposed to United States wrath. And China cannot help us. If you measure the distance between Jamaica and China, right? 10 times than the distance between United States and Jamaica. Remember, United States, as it relates to Florida, is partially less than 90 minutes away. So then now we have to be prudent in terms of what we are doing. So when I say, okay, I would have to choose USA because of our position, what the Caribbean need to learn from this is a Caribbean unity to strengthen our military might and to have a Caribbean one currency to boost and strengthen the Caribbean so that if the United States want to execute the Monroe Doctrine, we have leverage to defend ourselves. But when we don't have leverage, people, to defend ourselves, if we go against the United States, it's total annihilation for us. So I have to go on a policy position to save my Jamaican people. Let me give you some things that you need to consider. The amount of Jamaicans in the United States working and bringing home remittance. We are not getting that from China. And so then the sustainability of our economic viability, we have to consider that as a factor. So I don't want to say that Mystic Sensation a flip-flop. It is nothing about flip-flop. You have to, when you're playing the chess game on the board, play the chess quite well and understand the move. The day that Andrew Holness make it clear that he's moving towards China, him done. I want you to get it in the people. So when I am saying that we need to look at this as a perfect example. Be smart. When your hands are in the lion mouth, pet the lion, pet him until you draw out your hand. So this should have told us a lesson as it relates to what Donald Trump administration is doing. With the TCN, go down to the Caribbean countries and said, okay, all right, you take this, you take that, you take this, you take that. We don't want them in America, you take them. They cannot say no. They can't say no. Because who is this? Big mighty United States. So let me ask a question. If the Panama Prime Minister said no to Donald Trump said, listen, if you don't take them, we take away the Panama Canal from you. The Prime Minister have to humble himself and said, my people, we face a serious time in our life. We have no arms to face the United States. We can't defend ourselves. And the truth be told, we have faced an exponential threat. That's either I am going to make a decision to save my people and save us the embarrassment. And so then, of course, we have to lean and say, okay, all right, we will take such and such. We will take such and such. But the evil of this all was to the fact that Andrew Holness know that he's corrupted and compromised. That the United States did not approach Jamaica with it. They approach. Massa, let me run go to Massa, yeah? Let me run go to Massa. And make sure say Massa, send me some of them people there. Then Massa look at him and said, good boy. Good boy, you're working with the program. I didn't even have to come to you and ask you about you. Good boy, you need a pat on your shoulder. Yes, Massa. You understand? We are here, we are friends, we are here to help. You have to understand geopolitics. Because the Prime Minister who we have, the sight of money laundering spread all over their faces. And so then the United States is saying, okay, all right. Andrew, you remember, me have your testicles in my hands. Do you want me to squeeze it? And when Trump show him the motion of the lion paw squeezing his balls, Andrew Holness can feel pain in his head. So he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. So while you are on this chessboard, you have to know how to play it well. Let me give you a perfect example. Because one might say, Chuck, what Mr. K say foolishness. Okay, all right. The CIA in the 70s approached Michael Manley. And Michael Manley said, no, We are not going to do certain things. No one is going to tell us what sort of relationship we need to keep with the Cubans. We are not communists. The Cubans have certain policies that we align with and so forth, but we are not communists. We are democratic socialism. So we are not going to do certain things. What did the United States do? The United States said we are going to make the economy scream. Scream. Did they do it? Yes. They damage Michael Money and damage democratic socialism. Where am I going with that? I am going with this to say that Donald Trump will not move against an Andrew Holness, because Andrew Holness is a capitalist, a crony capitalist like Donald Trump. Where Andrew Holness is going to expose to real danger. November, the kind flip, it's a different argument. All of these that we are talking about, all of these, different administration. The Democrats are going to look at it differently. And this is going to be significant in geopolitics. That you are to listen and learn. And so then one has to understand, as I said long time ago, and you have heard people in my chat room, when I said that Jamaica is a political prostitute. Again, let me say it, because I've been saying it time and time. We heard other people saying it. But you know, you follow me, you know that I've been saying it for years. That Jamaica has served itself as a political prostitute between China and United States. So China now is now telling Andrew Holness, be careful. Walk a narrow line. Because we had spent billions as it relates to infrastructural development, which is true. And so then, are we going to let it go? United States is saying, we need to stop Chinese extension in the Caribbean and particularly in Jamaica. We are pushing back and China owning the wharf. The prostitute is in the middle. Laying in bed with two deadly enemies. Jamaica is at a crossroad. So what tension is going to ease? Is the tension is going to ease that the United States is going to dress back and China continue to go forward? Or is China going to dress back and the United States move forward? And how does it look? How do Andrew Holness pivot? Is yet to see. So here we are today. Many Jamaicans just totally unaware of what is happening and the crisis that lay over Jamaica's head. And so then, when I can look and I can predict that 2026 is the year of reckoning. Why did I come with 2026? Let me explain to you why I come with 2026. I formulate the 2026 idea on the basis that what is going to bring a fundamental changes are these factors. One, which can be the least of all. Paul Buchanan case is going to turn out, that can have a ripple effect on the Jamaica Labour Party. Number two, November is the American midterm election. How is that going to fade out? How is that going to play out? That can be a factor. So how does 2026 really look? The Integrity Commission investigators are now pursuing, with the resources what they have, three of them already lined up for judicial review. And so then, while you want to bash the IC, with the IC have a 90% conviction in the court, moving on, the Jamaica Labour Party is at limbo. And really and truly, PR cannot help them. And the final warning, the NARA that you now install, Jamaicans are watching and said, okay, let us see. He said bureaucracy. Let me just take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mystic. How are you doing this afternoon, bro?
Blessings, my brother.
All right. Mystic,
yes.
This is the time now we need Michael Monday, bro. You
okay.
Catch them and hold them by them bars and say, listen, before you want me, give me all what I want.
Yes.
But because our boy is so compromised.
Here you go, sir.
This is the time when we need, remember now, there's a America we're going communist now. You see what happened? JLP say to them, this is what JLP do. Bringing communists by the back door upon way.
Here you go.
Right? This is the time we need Michael Mann, because just like how when they go after Michael Mann with the gas and everything, I raise gas, and Michael having backside and say, all right, now do me both with my backside too. You have power, I have power too. Right? And they have to meet Michael Mann where he want them. But this guy, you know, this is the perfect time for the two giants to fight for a little dot. And the people could go in their eye, and they will keep on rubbing their eye until they have to come to little dot. Because the stupid guys will compromise.
So compromised, my brother.
And right now, to what is going on, we can call ourselves 51 state. We can call ourselves 51 state, because guess what happened now? Remember now, they have the manual doctrine, right?
Yes.
So what they're gonna do with the remember that signed in the 18th century. Trump already cleaned it up now.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes, and what happened? What he gonna do now is like, take for instance now, your father is there now. You have a car, and your father sell me the car, but you are the paper.
Mm-hmm.
So all you gonna do is walk in and say, why is my car? You know, cause you see the doctrine, you say you can't come close to me. So guess what? Me want me place.
Yes.
And China cannot fight no war. All they can do is give him back his money. Because I hear some stupid people come talk, say, China do a lot for us. China do not do nothing for us. They don't give us road. Remember, we are a stranger to China. So all China gonna do, lend us the money and try to put it in buying, and when we can't pay, you come and take away Jamaica. That's how
the BRI operated. So you're right. That's how the BRI operated. That's exactly.
Some people don't see. Listen, what anyone all the while? America want to spew money and give them some? No, but because what happened now, America see that Jamaica is slipping out of his hand now. He have no choice, man. Come and say, okay, boss. Now to come back, you know. And because this is a stupid guy now, if he did have sense, he could wait for him and squeeze them and get everything for Jamaica out of them, but he can't. He can't.
Because he's compromised.
this compromise and he let us down. He let us down. But there's one thing I'm glad to find out. Any paper he signed and he does not go through Parliament, that's illegal. Because we can't fight it in court. So when you can sign backdoor deal, you can't go and go sign if not gazetted, it's not a law. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so when China gonna say he can only run up his mouth, and there's people gonna say, war gonna fight. The war already started. The war started long time. Because guess what? It's what they want Jamaica, so they're not gonna bomb Jamaica. They told my investment in Jamaica. Are you gonna mash up your own house where you live in too? No. So we don't have, if anything, for money to pay back. America gonna pay back the money and take away Jamaica. Because them say we have oil. Trump love to drink oil. And guess what happened now?
I like his scenario. I like his I like your argument, because your argument is on point. I like your argument. Yeah.
And remember one more thing, why he have to fight, if China decides everybody might take one more cut out backside, Louisiana plant dead. So he have nothing in backside coming to him. So what we have to do is come back now. And if this guy is smart, he could have shake out everything out of the United States right now. Because we have everything what the United States want right now. And that's why they decided to come and fight for us.
Yeah, because we have all the bauxite resources, the rare earth minerals, we have all of that.
Thank you. That's all of that.
And the port as a geographical point too.
Yes.
In geopolitics.
It's just like they go stupid labor what about. Oh, we are going down by Vernon Field to build an airport. They can't touch enough for them. America still have 13 years left. You're going to use 30 years on a day.
Yes.
Like what they do Guantanamo Bay. So Ed Bartley and fool the whole people, but we're gonna build this, they can't touch it. I remember a few months ago, people said China were down there driving up and down, look at it. Tell them to touch it. That's America place.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So they can stay there and charge and chat because what?
Yes.
All I can say right now, we have 51 states right now. Because the woman said Jamaica is his, not in backyard, not front yard.
Yes, that's what she said. That's what she said.
So any bush in front yard, when I drive one yard, I'm clean up.
That's what it means to I love how you read the geopolitics, my brother. And you're on point.
Right? He will clean it up and clean and take it for himself. Because I was talking to a guy more than an hour today. Hey, want you to get and select it is. They said Jamaica gone from we. Right? And him in America, and when he go on vacation, he can get $1,000 and he hold on and can spend it. Yes. And I say, if he start spending America dollar down there, that can't work again. It will work. But as I say, we already compromised and the horse gone through the gate. Right? And the only good thing that what might save us now, this little stupidity that cannot push himself over America head and say, I'm going to China. Because he knows that, but he, all of a sudden, he put on an orange jumpsuit and you understand me?
You know that.
They're shaking the handcuff again.
You know that. Right? You know that.
Because all the money where in my teeth in a US dollar, right? And probably even this money where they say, oh, you don't have nothing to do with this money. Tell them go make sure America money and spend it right. At prison, they ain't gone. So all do they gonna sign people, sign them and sign out in life. America count every cent, got tax off the paper on it. Right? And America not give nothing free and then not get back. So do China, when they want to talk about what China do for you, China don't, even the road what they build, try to understand so we don't pay for it. It's China road. And that's why everyone they do have to put toll on it so they can't get a little money to pay back China. So all China is trying to do out of Jamaica is full his belly. And leave we hanging. And people should watch, because read the room, read the world, and see what the world is going to. Because all America gonna do after a while, America gonna control the Caribbean.
Well, the Monroe Doctrine.
Because the doctrine.
Hold on a color. Right. Hold on a color. Let me straighten it up. The Monroe Doctrine is now changed its name now, to the Monroe Doctrine. So what they are saying now, it is Donald Trump Doctrine. Donald Trump now convert the Monroe Doctrine into Donald Trump Doctrine and executing it.
Executing it. So when everybody else talk about, what are the fight? America cannot do, China cannot do nothing. All he got to give away his money. Because he go buy a piece of land where the man on paper and the man with the title come and Donald Trump or the Caribbean title.
Yes.
So quick man for run live down Panama.
Yes.
If you want to say about the asset, the asset around is American asset. You go push it. You can't live so far. Come pushing those in American business.
Well, that's why Carla, I brought up the Panama situation and and show them that when he responded in the way how he responded to USA, Donald Trump said, "Listen, man, now come in if you come take the Panama Canal, you know." Well, can't say nothing. Can't say anything.
And you hear what you hear where the lady say, "Him a come take them out, and there's no more contract because all the while, I thought CMA did turn over their contract to China. So I was giving China 100% at the port.
Mm-hmm.
But is Carol Lakes now let me know that
40-something percent. 40-something percent. 40-something percent. What? 49%.
All right, and that's why because they don't have the 50 or 51%, right? The most percentage count, and that's why America can walk in and say, okay, I want to see everything what happened here, so and no dog bark. Because me have my people sign and wait for you. So when people say, war gonna fight, no war a fight. The hunger war gonna fight. Is China gonna fight himself?
Exactly.
You never see a bomb drop in Jamaica. Because mobilist, you know, go to your house and decide to you drop one bomb therapy. The war start long time, call the war geopolitics.
Well said. Love your argument,
and that's where the war fight.
Exactly. And
the only winner gonna come out in the Caribbean is America. Because from in the 18th century that the last sign.
But Carla, what on the Carla? Let me talk. Because one of the things that one have to look on, right, is the way our families, right, in the United States and majority of us, you have to say, okay, if we are to talk about the total population between Jamaica and the United States, I don't want to split it 50-50 to say, all right, might be Jamaica as we speak might be about roughly the max might be about 3 million as it relates to Jamaica population. However, it's actually almost 3 million in the US, right? And where Jamaicans are working in the United States and bringing back. Exactly. And so then we are not in a position. What people need to understand, we are certainly not in a position to go against USA. We can't. It's just that we don't have no cards. And the thing is, when we speak, what on the call? Because we love converse with you, you know. When we speak of these things, one might say, right, or Mystic Sensation said so. But if you're talking about geopolitics and you look at it, there is no way Jamaica position can move away from the United States. Number one. All right, number one. Here are two things. Here are two things that will cripple you. Let me just say them two things and then we let it go. And then we make it talk. Here are the two things. We have to know that, right? Our thing that we always carrying, right? What we call it again? The money that we bring in from the United States. What we call it? Somebody remittance. All right. All right. Yes, remittance. All right. Number one. We don't have a large working population in China that bring in the remittance there as it relates to sustenance. We don't have it. So there's no way we can support China. No way. You just can't.
No, right? I live in Jamaica and I live in America. Right now I'm in Georgia talking to you right now.
Yes.
Right? My home is in Jamaica. And I'm telling my guy to say if I'm fighting, I got to fight for America.
I mean, do you have any choice though?
No, because guess what? We can't go to China or nothing.
We don't have no choice. We don't have a choice.
Right? All right. Do you remember a few weeks ago when the ship that Jamaica called and they say you would never see a war in Cuba?
Mm-hmm.
Remember I told you that?
Yes.
All right. I remember I told you that the reason why you cannot see a war in Jamaica is because of the Epstein thing. When Epstein, Trump, and Putin used to do them nastiness with the picking them. So when the time Putin tell Trump jump, just like how Trump have Andrew and bars right now, I see him we Putin have Trump and Trump bars a shake. Right? So you will never see no war in Cuba unless Trump come out. And you can only set the lyrics that if they impeach him, they might can't try a thing. But he can never go down there because the whole scandal will come out. Exactly. Right?
You know, Carla.
Geopolitics.
Me love how you know the geopolitics to a T. So me could have sit down all of the whole day and talk, because we love the geopolitics them way there. You understand me? I said.
We can talk because you see sometimes just like how I came and I told you that I give Andrew 6 more weeks.
Yes.
6 more weeks. That's why sometimes when people talk about Andrew, I just laugh and say, Chuck, no about Andrew wash up.
I will tell them, man.
Andrew wash up.
Exactly.
No, I don't worry about Andrew no more. Andrew is washed up. Because right now, I know him and Trump attack right now, him and China. And either you're going to hear that one, they didn't invite him somewhere. Because if you watch Cardi show as well, you see when they betray China, how China do. Just missing.
Yes.
I didn't blow something upon you again. So and that's it.
Yes.
I'm saying anything too bad on the year.
Exactly.
So just give a few more weeks because the man said, he might go fight for him asset. China do not have no asset in Jamaica. All the asset is for America.
And let me tell you something. I don't know if you will see the way how I am looking at it. Right? Based on what the fight as it relates to Iran and United States, and United States realized that okay, some of their hardline in those areas being damaged by Iran. I think the investment thing now is looking towards the Caribbean, where America is now realizing that okay, they need to spend some time with the Caribbean. And I'm looking at Jamaica, you understand? We are going to see a better future. We are going to see a better future in Jamaica. Do you agree with what I'm saying?
Jamaica lives have been changed.
Yeah. So do you agree with my stand, with my stake on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Jamaica life have been changed because I guess one thing people must understand, and people do not look.
Yes.
Remember, listen. as a housing development start anyway from Montego Bay on the North Coast before they done they sell Ubai American people.
Yes.
And remember, I'll give you an incident. I have a friend, right? He's in the technology business. And he told me that one day his boss said he's going to Jamaica, but he was wondering which of the hut he gonna stay.
Yes.
And the man to come to Jamaica, come to Jamaica, the man buy one of the hut. He go up and boast to him friend. He had his business partner come down, go on vacation and buy one more of the hut.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember that most time they show the worst part of Jamaica.
Yes.
Right? And some very influential people have home in Jamaica.
Yes.
And what people do not understand, some very influential people have home in Jamaica. Right? And they come here and go under low key, and that's why sometimes you see them start use the port up by basketball as an international airport and can happen now. When most I get come and to the land, they come out and go to the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So you think America gonna make China take over Jamaica? No,
I don't think so.
Not dropping. No war. The war started long time, and that's why they have so many CIA out here and the other missionaries them over there.
Exactly.
And the only loser we're gonna have is China.
Well, here you go, my brother.
The only loser we're gonna have is China. So no matter about war.
All right.
The war will fight long time.
All right. One more do well. All right. All right, we have got to end the program now because we are gone over. But link me back tomorrow now because I'm out tomorrow morning. You understand? Yeah, man, I'm out tomorrow afternoon, same time. So we could talk tomorrow.
Let us start teaching from geopolitics.
Exactly. You understand?
Right,
this is my brother.
We talk.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. All right, bye.
All right, yeah, man, we love the call awareness of geopolitics, right? Him and I see parallel with what we are saying. Yes, my Jamaican people, that's where we come to an end of the Mystic Sensation Live. But we do this as it relates to the evidence that we presented, right? Pushing back against Delroy Chuck, pushing back against Dalrymple, who should not be in Parliament, more or less to be providing oversight for the Integrity Commission investigators. This is just sick. But again, we are dealing with a criminal organization, a banana republic, a kleptocratic government. That is Andrew Wallace for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks to pass through Mystic Sensation, right? And remember, hook us up tomorrow, right? Where we will be there. And remember, tune in later as it relates to the Titans. People, remember, I am out. Love you. Bless yourself. Walk good. All right.
10 years, you say. 10 long years and look how Jamaica stay. No light, no road, no food pan we plate. People are suffer while Andrew live great. Hey, hey. You stand up on the platform, smile wide and proud. I tell we about prosperity, but we can't see it all now. Hurricane come through and left the people be. 6 months later, them still out there, asleep under the air. Their GLP friends them build high-rise, road still full of wood. A whose pocket to a fill, while the nation lose its soul.